United States following the killing of innocent civilians in the southeast under the guise of Biafra agitation. Dr. Oraboeze, a chief of staff to Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, toppled his principal barely a month after he was thrown into prison for terror-related activities by the Finnish government. News bands reported that Ekpa, the leader of the autopilot, was taken into custody in November alongside 4 others suspected to be his financiers. Moreover, Ngozi, after taking over the baton of leadership from Ekpa, has continued to incite and fuel insecurity in the southeast region. Recently, she was seen in a video footage threatening to kill anybody in the southeast region wearing police, army, immigration, and civil defense uniform. Despite repeated calls and appeals from political stakeholders and leaders of thought in the troubled region, urging Oraboeze and their bandwagons to desist from their violent Biafra campaigns and their blatant refusal to heed to wise counsel, IPOB political wing has formally lodged a petition to the United States Department of Justice against Dr. Oraboeze. The damning petition, which was cited by this paper, called on the United States Department of Justice to immediately arrest and charge Dr. Oraboeze, a practicing nurse in the United States, with mass murder. IPOB political wing in the petition urged that Ngozi's war utterances and action have resulted in the death of civilians, security operatives, obstructed education, and destroyed business in the southeast region of Nigeria. However, speaking exclusively in news band on the position, Nwachukwu Emeronye, the spokesperson of IPW, said that the group is taking steps which they deem proactive to ensure all forms of insecurity and terror are eradicated in the southeast. Nwachukwu confirmed that the group wrote a petition to the United States Department of Justice against Oraboeze. According to him, IPOB political wing categorically stated in the petition that incidents from the implicated figure is costing the region's peace. The image maker of IPOB political wing added that they believed the U.S. Department of Justice will act upon their petition and bring those inciting others to kill and destabilize Igbo land to justice. He said in order to ensure that peace is restored to Ali Igbo, who are making the necessary step which we deem proactive to ensure all forms of insecurity and terror are eradicated. We plan to restore political pathway and believe where through the ballot box we can peacefully aspire and make the change our people yearn for. We have 7 killing and all forms of terrorist activities in our land. We have resolved to end it, and we have started with the actors. We have written a letter to the United States Department of Justice against Oraboeze, who has taken over from Simon Ekpa. We have clearly stated in the letter that incitement from the implicated figure is costing us peace and law. We need to stop all forms of incitement. We want Biafra, but not through shedding innocent blood and killing. We don't want it anymore. We are civilized, and we hope to go through this with common sense. We wish the U.S. Department of Justice will act upon our letter and bring those inciting others to kill and destabilize our land to justice. All right, when I don't see as it happen. Well, remember the other time when the first time I read to you about this IPOB political wing. After I read it to you, Ima Powerful, who is the spokesperson of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ima Powerful, came out to say that there is nothing like IPOB political wing. He said it, that there is nothing like IPOB political wing at all. But now you can see that these guys have continued making headway, and from what is going to happen to Oraboeze, or maybe the plans they have for Ngozi Oraboeze, this will tell you the people who plotted Ekpa's arrest. First, there is another information that drops. A lot of people are now accusing Oraboeze for toppling Simon Ekpa's government, that he did a coup But of course, you know that Ekpa is in the Finnish government detention custody. Or does it mean that Ngozi Orabueze have maybe a hand in what happened? This is another information that just came in. Let's go down and look at that one. All is not well with the autopilot group, a breakaway faction of the indigenous people of Biafra. Somebody wrote it like this. I have to still read it the way it was written so that you understand these people's heart, their anger, and you know how they don't like Ekpa and his team. As Dr. Ngozi Orabo is the chief of staff to Mr. Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, have overthrown his principal. An insider source familiar with the development told Newsband newspaper. Though this comes barely a month after the Finnish government announced that Ekpa will remain in detention as his trial is scheduled to start in May 2025 after he was arrested for terror-related activities. Ekpa was taken into custody alongside 4 other suspects to be his financiers. Ngozi, a former chairperson of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Atlanta, United States, the insider source revealed, has made some changes in the cabinet of the newly declared United States of Biafra in Finland. He abruptly removed the group's Minister of Finance, Mr. Okechukwu. The sudden change is said to have infuriated other members of the cabinet, more especially Simon Ekpa's Minister of Information, who goes by the name Simon Ekpa Akparawa. The insider source told this newspaper that Ngozi masterminded the subtle coup so as to avoid what happened in IPOB after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, Ngozi has toppled Simon Ekpa. They don't want a repeat of what happened in the case of Nnamdi Kanu to happen again. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested by the Nigerian government, there was nobody strong enough to take over from him after his deputy, Uche Okafomefo, voluntarily left the group. So, the charges Dr. Ngozi Orabueze made in the organization was a subtle coup d'etat. She is fully in charge now, the insider source said. Moreover, Akparawa, in a post on his X handle, queried Dr. Orabueze over the rush in changing everything in the organization. He also bashed Orabueze for attending security meetings of Biafra Defense Force. According to Mr. Akparawa, before Simon Ekpa was arrested, she was never allowed to attend security meetings of the Biafra government in exile. Why the rush in trying to change everything to herself in few days if Prime Minister is coming out? It was the rapid change by women in America getting into our defense that led to the sabotage and killing of General Ikonso. Prime Minister never gave you such access to Biafra Army. He never allowed you to attend security meetings. Why do you want to be there now? Akparawa said in a post on his X handle. In another round of posts, he warned some members of the autopilot group to desist from anchoring program to discuss about the incarceration of their leader if they don't have any privileged information. He said no one has spoken to Simon Ekpa since he was taken into custody, and also he has not approved any changes in the so-called Biafra government in exile. If you don't have any privileged information about the Prime Minister decisions, don't open a program and start defending anything. No one has spoken to PM since he went inside. He has not approved any changes. He has not approved the well list of Ngozi cabinet flying. He didn't remove the finance minister that stood by him for years in any ways. Ngozi is imposing decision and using Prime Minister's name. Biafrans, go and ask question. Can Prime Minister order his PA to be suspended to the detriment of the Biafra army? All right. All right. When I don't see as it happen, everything has changed. You know, there was a video I posted on the 2nd of December, or on the either 2nd of December. No, not 2nd of December. I posted that video either on the 29th or 30th of November, or maybe around that time. And I observed what Ngozi Orabueze what transpired between her and the one called the chief judge. And when I posted the video, I asked the people, make your comment, have your observation, drop your comment on the comment section. Let's discuss. Some people attacked me. A lot of people attacked me. They were saying, I don't know what I'm saying. This, that. Well, myself, I'm not playing the Biafra politics. I'm just a news analyst. But with the wisdom and also the technicalities of this work, I observed something. And now that thing is practically playing out. Meanwhile, happy Sunday to you and yours. This is where I'll be winding on the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
So our gallant men are doing everything and they're winning. So we are winning. Biafrans are winning. So just to keep it there, all we need is support, more financial support, for the material that they need. So but we all have so far, while doing very well and managing all the resources that we have. Thank you, PM. Let's leave it there.
Thank you very much, Defense Minister, for that update. And of course, we have had a development, a few days ago with our alliance with the Ambazonia leader, the president of Ambazonia Governing Council, Dr. Cho Ayaba, which the news came that he was arrested in Norway. And of course, on that regard, we have been able to establish contact with the Ambazonia, Governing Council to know exactly what is happening and what is going on. And of course, at this point, the information is still very limited, information we are getting, but it is one of the things that everybody should understand, that it is normal in a struggle like this. You have ups and downs, and you stay very resilient and continue to push, and at the end of the day, the end will justify the means. So I will invite the Director General of the Foreign Affairs Department or Ministry of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the Homeland, Professor Joy Irobi, to give us a brief of what we have gathered so far between the Ambazonians Alliance. Professor Joy Irobi, over to you. Have 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, dear friends. So to go straight, I had a meeting with the Ambazonia team, and it was not, they were a little bit unsure, and of course it's very understandable. A lot of things are ongoing, but it's kind of kept quiet. So what is important is that they wanted us Biafrans to speak strongly and condemn what is ongoing. And that's what we're also doing, using the social media to really speak strongly against what is ongoing, and also basically looking at the relationship between the Cameroon BIA with Switzerland and the tight relationship between Switzerland and Norway. It's all political pressure. So basically, everything is under control. So we are very close and at standby, waiting for the Ambazonia team to give us some update on what they want us to do. But it's very good that the whole of Biafrans are basically standing strong and really condemning what is ongoing. So it's I believe that this is an opportunity for Dr. Cho to actually showcase why it's very important for Ambazonians to be free. So it might look very terrible or very difficult, but without this challenge, we're not going to be free. So we see it actually as a positive thing, and this is going to end well. I want to stop here now. Thank you, PM.
Thank you very much, the Director of Foreign Affairs, the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, Professor Robi, and of course on the update from the last court appearance of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. We expected that what transpired in the last court should have happened a long time ago, for the judge to step down because she can't convict Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, with what we actually foresaw, we encouraged the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to make sure that he was not tried in the last court, and that actually what happened. So if you have listened to many analyses, they have said that he was kind of making a lot of he took the show by himself in the court and didn't allow the lawyers to continue, because it is not proper that you can't try a crime on top of a crime. So he actually took advantage of that, and that led to the judge from resigning from the case, which is what she should have done a very, very long time ago. And so we are expecting that there's going to be a change in this whole process. But remember that we are not expecting him to get justice in Nigeria court. That is impossible. And that's what we have been stressing from the one. Nnamdi Kanu can never get justice. You don't expect government, there's a terrorist government that went as far as going to another country to kidnap somebody and to come and give that person a justice. It's not possible. So every reasonable person should know this. And I'm very, very happy that Nnamdi Kanu understands this very well, and the message gets to him very, very well. Today we are also getting information that the terrorist DSS did not allow the lawyers to visit him. It is also not a surprise to us. But one thing I would like to say here today to the lawyers who are still seeing him is that, whenever I come to shout and cry like this, remember that there is something behind it. The problem Nnamdi Kanu have today is the ex-wife. She went to visit him, not because she want to do something. She want to know how he is doing. She want to know how healthy he is. She want to know everything surrounding him, how things are moving and how things are going. And she was very, very shocked that Nnamdi Kanu was sound, healthy and healthy. So what did she do? She needed to come out and start causing confusion in order to escalate. When Nnamdi Kanu is already getting himself somehow, he want to cause more confusion. So the more they limit, although she's not going to go there again for a very long time, but the more they limit anything, communication or contact with the woman, the better for Nnamdi Kanu case. She was directly involved in sabotaging Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. And a lot of people do not know what happened. There are a lot of information some of us have that many people who are shouting out there on social media do not have. And I am happy that his in-law, Master Prophet, is making some kind of revelation, which a lot of people are taking as a joke because of the kind of person he is. So a lot of people don't take what he's saying very seriously. But there are some things that he's saying that I personally know. And one of them is that Nnamdi Kanu relocated to Kenya. He has made this thing public, and nobody is actually interested in digging deeper. The reason he said Nnamdi relocated, he did not say he went to Kenya, he relocated to Kenya. And I am not surprised. He was also making comment that say anybody, any woman that is hitting the husband. Have you people listened to the latest video of Master Prophet? He is the person he is. You are not supposed to take everything he says very seriously, but there are some certain things that he is saying that some of us, somebody like me, I know very well that it is the truth. He was making a video the other day and say a woman that is hitting the husband is not supposed to, be a wife. A woman that is chasing the husband out of the house is not supposed to be a woman.